Only a few weeks ago, I used to be really bad with discipline. I used to have like lots of cravings, especially with junk foods. I used to do like a lot of bad habits, way more than I ever wanted to. I was on self-improvement. I was still recording those videos, but I was really struggling a lot. And recently, I've just created myself a new life and I just went on the most disciplined version of myself. I just regained this whole fucking discipline and I'm literally making this video for you to actually realize how much discipline is important for your mental health. Recently, I've been waking up super early at 5 a.m. I've been skipping, doing like jumping rope, skipping rope, etc. I've been like really dialed in. I've been making those videos, etc. And I feel so much better right now as I'm stepping back into this like way more disciplined version of myself. And so I'm literally making this video for you to just grasp how much discipline is like so important for you, not only for like you and your goals, etc., but also for your mental health. Right now I'm becoming one of the most disciplined versions of myself, and I'm making this claim for me to stick to. And I feel so fucking awesome, bro. I can't fucking tell you how good it is to be back on this journey, to just be disciplined. And I already feel like so much like more like full of joy. You know what I mean? Like full of joy, just like happy in general. It's awesome. Step one of this video: bad habits are not fun. Being undisciplined is not fun. What I mean by being undisciplined is like, slacking on your self-improvement, not doing the bad habits, not doing the good habits, not exercising, bro. There are some people that are not even fucking exercising, bro. If this is you, bro, come on, bro. Like, you're not even exercising, bro. Like, fucking, even when we used to be caveman, and there weren't like any gyms or some shit like that, we still fucking went on the hunt, exercise, etc., bro. So like, exercising is like a fucking fundamental, not only like for your mental health and for your health and everything, but just for you as a fucking human being, bro. Like, don't you fucking agree with me that this is like an essential for me? But that was like a side point. But what I mean by that is that being undisciplined, not doing the good habit, not exercising, not like meditating, for example, and just doing like a bunch of the bad habit like I used to before: porn, junk food, video games, scrolling, etc., eating bad, etc. Like, all of those things that you are maybe doing right now, that you're probably doing right now if you're watching this video about mental health, they are just ruining your life. And if I ask you, this is really interesting, if I ask you, why are you doing the bad habits? Why are you eating junk food, by the way? You would probably tell me something like, oh yeah, I get cravings for those food, and when I eat the junk food, it feels pretty good, so this is why I eat it. But to that, I'm actually going to say that you're wrong. You don't get pleasure, right? You don't get pleasure. What you're getting is what I call fake pleasure. Fake pleasure is a pleasure that turns into pain later. So for example, look, let's take junk food. You eat the junk food, you eat like the fucking big burger or some shit like that. You eat the burger, okay, fine, it feels good. Okay, you eat it, oh, it feels so good. Oh, it tastes so good, the burger on your tongue, etc. After you're done eating the junk food and you finish the whole fucking meal or some shit, and you finish the fucking box of 20 fucking nuggets at McDonald's, what are you left with? Shame, regret, and the fucking extra body fat and like the puffy face that you're going to get later. This is what you're left with, bro. This is what you're left with. So can't you see right now that you got the pleasure from eating the junk food and it turned into pain? This is what I call fake pleasure, and this is what we want to avoid the most. So the bad habits, they are not fun, they are not pleasurable, they give you fake pleasure. So in the end, no matter if you do as much of the bad habit as possible to just feel as much pleasure as possible, you will still feel bad in the end, right? Like, you will be like eating the junk food and fucking 2 years later you're fat and everything, and you hate your fucking body when you look in the mirror, and you feel shame, which is one of the worst emotion a human can feel, by the way. Shame, like on the fucking vibration scale, it's like one of the worst emotion that you can feel as a human, with like guilt and regret and shit like that, right? So you don't want to feel shameful, bro. But when you're doing the bad habits, when you know that you're doing something bad, even if you don't want to admit that to yourself, you're going to be shameful in the end, and you're going to feel like shit. I'm saying that, and you should be a little bit scared, by the way, right? I'm not going to say, oh yeah, bro, but that's okay. No. You should be a bit anxious. You should be scared, bro. I'm a mental health YouTuber, and I still tell you that you should be a little bit scared. You should be scared, and you should feel a bit like shit because you're wasting your potential. That being said, right now you understand that the bad habits are literally not fun. They are not fun, they are just fake pleasure. And if you can just like grasp this little concept, you will make us like way more, like you're already ahead than most people who are just like aimlessly just like, you know, wandering around doing the bad habits because it just feels good and they are just led by their fucking instinct. Right now, you know the truth. You've just been enlightened by my video. Bad habits are not pleasurable. They give you fake pleasure that turns into pain after you do the bad habits, or in the end, when you really fucking see the consequences of your habits. So if you can just understand this concept, like the bad habits are not fun, they just give you fake pleasure. If you just can see, if you can grasp the concept of like fake pleasure, like I've just told you, you are already ahead of most people right now who are just doing the bad habits without knowing that they're even bad for them. I mean, they do, but not as much as you right now. Not as much right now as you and me. So or you're already one step ahead of most people, and you should be proud of yourself. Now, step 2 is the mindset. The mindset about not doing the bad habits, the mindset about doing the discipline, about being disciplined. Because I know right now that, you know, we're talking about the bad habits, quitting the bad habits, etc. And you may think to yourself, yeah, you know, but like, I don't really want to. Right? Like, okay, you know, fake pleasure, I understand, etc. But like, you know, like I don't really want to give up my vices. It feels like, you know, it feels like uncomfortable to do that. To that, I actually say, let's do a little visualization, you and I. Imagine a month when you do all of the bad habits. So the month you wake up and you're not even meditating, you're not even fucking like socializing with people, you're not even fucking like going outside, getting some sunlight. You just wake up and you, I don't know, like you just scroll first thing in the morning. Like you wake up and you grab your phone and you scroll like sideways on your fucking bed or some shit. You do that and then you eat junk food and then you watch porn 7 fucking times a day or some shit like that. You know, like if you can, I couldn't basically. But yeah, you know, you do all of the bad habits basically. Imagine a month like that. If I told you, okay, last month, look back at the last month that you just lived. Was it fun? You can imagine, like at least I can, and you probably can imagine that you would probably say something like, you know, it wasn't really fun. It was just like, I'm so fucking disgusted by myself. I really need to make sure that like it doesn't happen anymore. Now, imagine a month which is the complete opposite. Imagine the month when you do all of the bad habits and literally just zero of the bad ones. You wake up and you meditate and you exercise and you do like your, you know, gratitude journaling and you have a habit tracker and you do everything right. Like you eat clean and you go and socialize with people, you go outside, take some walk, etc. You greatly improve your mental health. After 1 month, you're like a new fucking person because, you know, you meditate, you do the, you know, the good mental health habit that I preach, and so you improve your mental health so much, you become like so much more present and happy, etc. If I told you, okay, now look back at this month when you've done only the good habits and none of the bad ones, how do you feel? And you will be like fucking hype up and you'll be like, yeah, you know, like I've made so much fucking progress and I feel so fucking happy, right? You will be like that, right? Like don't fucking bullshit. Don't say, oh yeah, no, I won't be like that. No. You will be like that. You will be like that because you've just realized that you've made so much fucking progress and you finally started living to your potential. And even if it was like a small amount of your potential, it already felt so much better than just like aimlessly doing the bad habits, knowing, you know, like at the back of your mind that it's bad for you, right? So you've just admitted to yourself that being disciplined, not doing the bad habits, understanding, you know, fake pleasure, etc., is going to be more fun. It won't give you this fake pleasure that bad habits do. When you do the good habits, you're making progress towards your goal. And you literally see yourself, like not only just, you know, like you and your body, but also your mental health, it gets better and better and better every day, every week, every month, every year. You get this like long-lasting pleasure. This is real pleasure. You get the long-lasting fulfillment. It's like your life gets infused of pleasure. It's not just, you know, like the short spike of pleasure that turns into pain, like the fake pleasure. It's like real pleasure, like serotonin, right? Like your life, like your soul gets infused like a fucking tea, right? Like a fucking tea bag. Like your life is the fucking tea bag, and it just gets infused of like joy, fulfillment, ambition, happiness, and you just like your happiness baseline goes up, and so you feel better, like you feel like happier and just better 24/7, which is fucking fantastic, and like your life quality improves so fucking much. This is what I want for you. I want you to quit the bad habit. I want you to become more disciplined. And also, I want you to feel better. I want you to have better mental health. So step 3 right now, how to regain or how to gain discipline. I have a few tips for you that I'm going to show you right now. The first tip is waking up early. I used to wake up like quite late at around like 9, 10 a.m. But right now I wake up at 5 and I feel so much more like disciplined. You know, like kind of like, you know, David Goggins, if you know him. I wake up and I meditate and then I go outside and I do some skipping, you know, some jumping rope or some shit like that. I feel so fucking like, you know, it's like, it's hard, it's comfortable, it requires discipline, right? Discipline is like doing the hard work when you don't feel like it, doing the good habits when you don't feel like it, right? And not doing the bad habits. So I do that, I do the discipline, afterwards I come home and I have a cold shower, etc. I'm doing all of the good habits. And all of that is thanks to waking up early. Because bro, look, imagine right now, in the time that you wake up, like for example, like 7 a.m. or some shit, 6 a.m. If you woke up at like 5 a.m., which you never do usually, right? It would be significant. It would be so significant for you, you know, when you wake up and you see like the alarm, it says like, you know, you grab your phone, it says like 5 a.m. It's so significant. You just wouldn't scroll. You just wouldn't watch porn at 5 a.m. right? But when when you wake up and you're like, you know, it's like 2 p.m. for example, or it's like, I don't know, like fucking 9 p.m. and you're just about to go to sleep, for example. This is when, you know, like you could be tempted to, you know, scroll or watch porn and maybe have like a fucking dessert or some shit before bed, right? This is where you could be tempted. But when you wake up at 5 a.m., there is no fucking scrolling and shit, right? Because it's so significant. So waking up early is like one of the best tools to actually like regain your discipline and to instantly step into this like, you know, military soldier like discipline mindset that will actually improve your mental health so much and give you real pleasure from like achieving your goals and everything. Because achieving your goals, creating the life that you want, achieving your wildest dreams, it comes from the discipline. And all of that will also like improve your mental health. You will feel so much better and happier 24/7. Your happiness baseline will go up. But also, to regain discipline, one of the most important tips is to actually have a program. It's to have a sort of like challenge. It's to have a program that is like step by step dedicated for you to not only be disciplined, but also to improve your mental health if this is your goal. And if your goal, bro, is to improve your mental health and you are a young man just like me, you know, you're struggling with like mental health, you feel like a bit purposeless in life, you feel lost, I'm literally offering you right now a coaching to get onto my program, the HNF 14. The HNF 14 is a 2 weeks program that is specifically designed for young men like you that want to improve your mental health, that want to just feel like so much more happier and joyful and actually start being disciplined and being productive and achieving their goals. I really want people to get onto the HNF 14. This is why I'm giving away free coaching right now. You click the link in the description, you book a call with me, we hop onto the call, and I literally get you on the HNF 14 and you just see like the fucking miracles it performs, bro, because I've created this like program for myself. I've seen the fucking progress, just like the positive, such a positive impact it had on my mental health. And so I just want as much people as possible to I want to spread the HNF 14 to as much people as possible because it truly changed my life and it will change yours if you commit to it. So check the first link in the description, click, it's a win-win for both of us. And so when you have a specific program just like that, like the HNF 14, it will literally, like, we will have a routine together. I will create a routine for you to just like step into, and you will like be so much more disciplined because of this like personalized program, the HNF 14. Click the first link in the description. It is going to be so good for you. I really hope this video helped you, bro. If you understand, the fake pleasure, if you start to adopt this mindset of like, oh, actually discipline is the way to happiness, because, you know, it will give you fulfillment and it will start to achieve, you know, you will start to achieve your goals with discipline. If you just understand those 2 steps, it's already like, bro, you're already like steps ahead of most people. It will be so much better for you and you will make even faster progress than most people who are just stuck with like their bad habits and they don't really like realize as much that they're actually wasting their life and their potential. This is serious, bro, so I really hope that you're going to take this video seriously. Thank you very much for watching this video, bro, and goodbye.